I hope you know Judas and Peter had similarities, but there was something that distinguished them both. Now let me explain, stay with me. I'm very sure people know Judas and Peter, who were the disciples of Jesus before, Jesus died and he rose again. Now, if you know in the Bible, they stayed with Jesus, through his miracles, through his journey and everything. But there was something that made them very similar, which were their mistakes. Peter had anger issues, serious anger issues to the extent that, he even had to cut one of the ears of the soldiers when he was very angry. And also, we all know the story where he denied Jesus 3 times in Luke. Now let's go to the story of Judas. As you all know, Judas betrayed Jesus and all of that. He sold Jesus, and apart from that, Judas was also a greedy person. But now the two of them made different mistakes. They were remorseful, but one understood conviction and one understood condemnation. Conviction tells you to come back, but condemnation tells you are finished. Now, who used condemnation and who used conviction? Peter used conviction. Peter, apart from the mistake he made, knew that there's no other way he can run. He ran back to Jesus, and Jesus openly reconciled with him. And apart from that, Peter was even the one that even now preached about Jesus on the day of Pentecost. Now let's look at Judas. Judas had remorse, yes, but he had condemnation telling him that he was finished. He could not come back to God, he could not come back to Jesus, and he hung himself. And that is the same thing with most of us. Most of us commit sin, we make mistakes, and we think, oh, we are finished. And because of that, we are condemned. God cannot love us. But you need to understand the love of God is mightier than any sin you've committed. Now, even the sin you're talking about is not even up to the sin that was even made in the Old Testament or even in the New Testament. Some of them were even, children, they were doing different kind of things. So you need to understand this. It is not about the mistake you made. It's about knowing that apart from the failures I've made, can I still go back to God?